Hey guys, told you I was going to do a budget run for the sealed sector. I'm still going to, but the idea that I originally had was apparently too budget and it failed some missions, so I have to go back to the drawing board for that one. So in the meantime, I would just do one of the other clears I had planned to do anyway, which is the Karten clear. So just like Tyvis, as I mentioned in the video, the news video, Karten completely stomps this, just turn one, blow up stuff. The tricky thing about Karten, though, is he only has 3 uses of his Frenzy, and it's a 4-wave fight, which is not too big of a deal. We're just going to use his regular AoE on the first wave. So Aerith, every single turn, is just going to use Wish to Save the Planet, which is an AoE Machine Killer, and then Ardent Prayer, which is a Fire Imbue, Fire Amplify, and Stat buff. Make sure she's shifted as well. For turn 1, Cacteria is going to Cactus Break to AoE Break. We're going to Thorny Teamwork for the Fist in Peril. And we're going to Sacred Oasis. That's a Water Imbue. Napi, every single turn, is going to just triple Clumsy Swing. That's an AoE Bolting Strike chain. If you don't have Napi, Runda, the free robot from the story event, or the story mode, has AoE Bolting Strike as well, can sub out for Napi, but Napi works fine. And then Karten in the base form is going to triple Wailing Claw. It's kind of a weak attack, but it is AoE Bolting Strike, and this first wave is pretty weak anyway, so it's fine. It's also a water attack. They are very resistant to water, but the first wave is really easy anyway. Now for the next 3 waves, we're going to be using Karten's Frenzy to handle it, and obviously, as you know, these days, Karten's Frenzy is very powerful. So now we could use Cacteria's LB here for better breaks and better Fist and Power, but I want to use her LB next wave, and it's possible if we use it on this turn, it might not refill next turn. So just to be safe, we're going to go ahead and Cactus Break again, Thorny Teamwork, and we'll use Barbed Boost on Karten for a bigger attack buff. Let's go ahead and just reload Aerith, and now we're going to shift Karten and do his shifted Frenzy, and again we're going to chain that with Napi's Clumsy Swing. And now we're only using fire, which is the proper element. And you might be wondering where the fire and peril come from. Well, currently we're getting it primarily from the global exclusive card that gives a 120 AoE in peril. If you didn't get that card, we're also using the Obsidian Bracer, which is an AoE 80% fire in peril. And I think that'll probably be good enough anyway. Now for this wave, we're going to go ahead and use Cacteria's LB for a bigger Fist in Peril and an 87% break. Aerith always does her thing. And again, we're just going to chain up Frenzy and Clumsy Swing with Karten. Keep in mind, these enemies are undead, so you do need undead and Machine Killer. But Karten has very high undead killer naturally, so that's very easy for him. Okay, and then for the final wave, because it is the bulkiest wave, we're going to change it up yet again. So we're going to go ahead and use Aerith to Fire Imbue here. Now Cacteria on this wave is going to Cactus Break for the AoE break. Then we're going to use Armor Breaking Needles, which is an 89% single target defense break, and then Thorny Teamwork to do the Fist in Peril. Make sure you're targeting the main body when you do the 89% break, but it starts targeted by default. And then just chain up Karten and Napi, and that is the end of the robot. As you can see, he's dying very quickly. Very easy with Karten, but until I work out a satisfactory budget run, I don't want to actually kill the boss and lock in the 50 energy per attempt for reruns. I'm still working on the budget run. I want to make it proper budget and not like budget with premiums, etc. So I'm trying to make it really budget. Anyway, for this clear though, if you happen to have Karten, like I said, Karten makes this incredibly easy. Aerith is just using some mana reduction. Probably doesn't even need that, just whatever. Same thing with Cacteria. She is using a lot of LB fill. I kind of went a little bit overboard. All she really needs is Call of the Wild and the Paintbrush, and that should fill her. But I also gave her 1,000% fill rate and some mana reduction, but just it doesn't really matter that much. Karten in the base form is geared for all the base form really needs is Human Killer. Not human, Machine Killer for the first wave. So double hand build, Machine Killer, etc. Shift form, geared identical for me, but the shift form does need Undead Killer as well, because you will be using the shift form for Undead Killer. The shift form has maxed everything. chain cap up. Actually, he's only got the 5.5 chain cap. We've got 1x up from the chest, and I didn't use Savior's ST mark because I wanted to get more slots for killers, but the vision card does give a 0.5 chain cap up, so we've got 5.5, which as you saw was totally fine. And then Nappy, like, is just naked, basically, other than, like, her TMR and the Obsidian Bracer. So you do need a Fire Imperil from some source. The Obsidian Bracer does an AoE 80%, which is very likely to be all you really need. But if you're using the good card here, this gives you an AoE 120% Fire Imperil every round, which is obviously really good. So yeah, there is the Karten run. Again, I want to retreat and save my energy cost for now. But, yep, so replacements. Again, Nappy can be replaced by Runda or Onion Knight. Onion Knight has AoE Bolting Strike as well. If you don't have either one of those, just go get Runda. It's from the store. You can get it in 20 minutes. I haven't gotten her yet. I'm still working on this, but yeah. If you don't have Karten, use a different video. If you don't have Cacteria, that Fist Imperil was sort of a little bit of a big deal. You could maybe do like a double-handed greatsword build or something with Karten. Wouldn't be as good. Might not work at that point. If you don't have Cacteria, maybe this isn't the run for you either. And then Aerith is, hopefully everybody has her. She's free at this point, or she was free, not anymore. Anyway, I'm still working out how to do a cheaper budget run for the sector depths, and I will work it out eventually. I'm trying to keep it really, but I can very obviously make like a run and just overpower it, but that would defeat the purpose of a budget run. So, see you soon, I hope.